In a quiet village nestled between lush green hills, a young boy named Ethan dreamed of becoming a great musician. His heart beat in rhythm with the wind, the rustling leaves, and the chirping birds. Music was not just a dream to him, it was his soul. However, there was one problem. No matter how hard he tried, he couldn't master the violin. His fingers fumbled, his notes were off, and people mocked him. "You should quit," they said. Not everyone is meant to be a musician. Their words cut deep, but a small voice inside him whispered, "Don't give up." Ethan lived with his grandmother, Margaret, who had always believed in him. Every night, after a long day of failed attempts, she would hold his hands and say, "Great things take time. My dear, patience is a key to mastery." Her words were his anchor, keeping him steady when self-doubt threatened to drown him. But patience was hard. Some nights, frustration consumed him, and he felt like smashing the violin to pieces. Yet deep down, he knew that quitting meant betraying his dream. Months passed, then years. Ethan practiced tirelessly, his fingers often bleeding from overuse. The village still laughed at him, calling him foolish for chasing an impossible dream. But he no longer cared about their opinions. His music wasn't for them. It was for his heart, for the old oak tree he sat under, for the sky that listened without judgment. Slowly, his notes became clearer, his rhythm steadier. Yet, he still wasn't good enough. One evening, an opportunity arose. A famous violinist, Mr. Harrison, was coming to town for a grand concert. A local competition was announced. The winner would get to perform on stage with him. Ethan saw it as his chance. But the villagers laughed. "You? Compete? You won't even pass the first round." Doubt crept in again. What if they were right? But then Margaret smiled and said, "Even a seed must push to the soil before it reaches the sun." He held on to those words. The competition day arrived. Ethan's hands trembled as he stepped onto the stage. His heart pounded, his breath shaky. The audience's whispers stung his ears. But then he closed his eyes and remembered why he started. As his bow touched the strings, something magical happened. His music flowed like a river, raw with emotion, echoing years of struggle and resilience. Silence filled the hall as his final note lingered in the air. Then applause erupted. He had done it. Mr. Harrison was deeply moved. He called Ethan backstage and asked, "How did you learn to play with such soul?" Ethan smiled, tears welling his eyes. "By failing over and over again. By refusing to give up," he answered. The famous violinist saw something rare in him. Not just talent, but a fire that couldn't be extinguished. He offered Ethan a chance to train under him in the city. It was an opportunity beyond his wildest dreams. As Ethan packed his bags, ready to leave for a new chapter, he turned to his grandmother. "I would have given up long ago if it weren't for you," he said. Margaret cupped his face, eyes glistening. "No, my dear, you didn't give up because you believed in yourself." Those words stayed with him forever. Years passed, and Ethan became a renowned violinist. His music touched hearts across the world. Yet, he never forgot his roots. He often returned to his village, playing under the same old oak tree, reminding young dreamers that patience and perseverance could turn any failure into success. One day, a little girl approached him with a violin in her hands. "I keep messing up," she admitted, tears brimming in her eyes. Ethan knelt beside her and smiled. "That means you're learning," he said gently. "Mistakes are just steps toward greatness." The girl's eyes lit up with hope. As Ethan played his final note under the golden sunset, he realized something. His journey was never just about music. It was about proving that perseverance can shape destiny. No dream was too big, no failure too great. The power of patience had led him here, and it would lead others too, because those who refuse to give up will always find their melody. If you enjoy this story, please like, share, and subscribe my channel for more interesting stories.